Albrecht is my lover. He is the reason I am in here. Once I got the role of superintendent at the hospital, strange things began to happen. My assistant began walking past my house on his way to the hospital, something he had never done before. This confused me. He also began to challenge my practice at times concerning my mania patients. It seemed to be because I had struck up a particular intense working relationship with Albrecht, a patient whose only problem, it seemed to me, after consulting with Magnus Hirschfeld at the Institute of Sexology, was one of being at variance with the prevailing heterosexual norm. For instance, a homosexual. He was actually only suffering from society and its dictates. Our friendship deepened, and I was spending more and more time with him discussing philosophy, mathematics, history, and the classics. This, of course, took me away from other patients to an extent, but my interactions with Albrecht seemed to affect such changes in him. I was proud of the success I was having. During this time, I found myself loving him. Indeed, more so than I had ever loved my work. He had become my life's passion. We were often heard to discuss the works of Plato and others, and this, unbeknownst to me, was brought up by my assistant again and again with the Board of Governors. Eventually, they demanded a meeting to request that I cease working with the mania patients, especially Albrecht. I refused, of course, and I thought that would be the end of it. But my covetous assistant, a member of the new National Socialist Party, now had the ammunition he needed to raise questions about my own mental state. The very next day when I arrived at the hospital, I was accosted by two orderlies and forcibly led to the mania ward, where once stripped, I was shackled to my new bed and left to bemoan my situation. Albrecht comforted me, but I was remarkably calm. In a sense, I had what I wanted now. I've recently overheard talk of a new treatment center called T4 in Brandenburg. We can all expect to be taken there, it seems. Albrecht was taken there yesterday in what they called a charitable bus with large windows. I watched him leave and waved goodbye to him until tomorrow. I am due to be taken there tomorrow for treatment, too.